Going on, guys? Piercy here. I know I'm never going to do this type of video. I always want to make it positive and good times, pranks, and, messing with strangers and all that stuff. And it will be that. I really, I saw Ben Levine do this type of video, and it really felt like I needed to. Just because, I went through a lot in this past year, 2 years, 3 years, and, it's kind of shaped, why I'm Piercy, why I'm here, why I have white hair, why I do this, why my mindset is this and everything. And I also wanted to do this because I wanted to maybe have people kind of relate to me or want to watch because of me. And that's how I've felt with, guys like Blake Basher, Looney's, Ben Levine, even Nelk. Relating to them has actually made me want to watch them more. And maybe that happens with this. And, I've stayed silent a lot about all this stuff, and I really stayed silent. And I want to say my truth, and I want to say, a lot of stuff I wish I did say publicly, but I never really did because I thought it was better to keep it personal. But I think it's doing this. I want to be able to look back at this. I want to be able to look back at, I just came out of high school. I just turned 19, and this is a good time for me to do it now because I can look back at this. Because I'm trying to be great. I'm trying to be one of the greats in this industry, and I know I'm going to. It's just about when and how much time it's going to take, and to look back at something like this is really cool to do. So yeah, I'll start right now in college for a year, learning how to do plumbing work, and I really wanted to do this because it pays really well, yeah, but it's not about that. It's about me wanting to learn a trade. I wanted to learn a trade, and I fell in love with plumbing, and my grandparents are tradespeople, and it's just something I really wanted to learn. And also being up here is really peaceful. Look at this place. It's I'll show all 360 around me right now, but I've started hitting the gym a lot more, very well, and it's just helping so much. Throughout all high school, I wear this, frick vape. I love what Balin does, right? But I'm Piercy. Like I'm my own person on YouTube. This is my stuff. So for me, like I've never done it. I've never drank, smoked, vaped, nothing of that. And I want people to hopefully do the same, right? Because there's just other ways to have fun. There really is, and so much ways to have fun that betters yourself, right? Like meeting people, hanging out with people. Like I'm gonna start pretty early on my timeline or whatever. Elementary and middle school. Elementary school, I was a bully. I was, and I'm glad that in middle school I kind of wasn't top dog, so it kind of humbled me, which was really good. And, I met my friends throughout high school, and, friends that, I thought were going to be my guys, right? I'll get into that once I get to high school. That's where really everything happened. But yeah, I always wanted to do YouTube, right? I was just too shy to do it. I was too scared. I'd make Minecraft videos and stuff, but I never took it seriously, and I really should have. But I wasn't out of my shell. I wasn't able to step out until I got into high school. Starting with high school, freshman year, I kind of lost my best friend in a way. he had a new best friend, and it kind of replaced me in a weird way, and he just started doing the same stuff we used to do and everything, and when I talked to him about it, he acts like it, nothing, you're being weird, you're being crazy, and I was just like, all right, Freshman summer is where I met this girl, and it was awesome. Best time. I was so happy, right? I was so happy. And then COVID hit. I stayed in my sophomore year. We did like online. Yeah, I was with that girl throughout all high school. I want to talk about basketball because I was in love with basketball, right? And I was elite. I was elite. I played AAU and went to camps, and I was, these big camps that I got a lot of respect, and I made the top 5 all-star, and I got a lot of respect from these coaches all around my state. And the one place I could never get respect was my own high school. And I say I was elite because I on my teams, you can even ask Gage, who we did the Ren Fair with. He was on my team for junior year, and I literally I dropped damn near 40 points. I swear to God, and I hit about 10 threes in that game, and I even hit the game-winning 3. And we that was the only game we ever won. We went 1-7. And I just think it's so funny because, no one saw that, and not even, my friends who were supposed to be my guys. I'd say it to them, they don't even fucking believe me, and because it's just competitive, right? It's just because these guys play above me, and it's they don't want the truth that I actually put in the work. And what hurt me the most is that the guys that played above me, I knew I was putting in more work, and they were just talentedly better, and it sucked. But I still put in the work. Because I knew that if I just keep putting in the work, something will happen, and it ended up not happening. I made varsity my junior year and senior year. Rode the bench the whole junior year. When I did get in, I'd score about 10 points in 2 minutes, and then I just get taken out, or it's just at the end of the game we're already up. And to have my girlfriend have to come to those games, and after her coming, her and my family, even my family too, for them to come to my AAU games, and it's I'm the man, I'm scoring all these points, and then come to high school where it really matters, where I'm putting all the grind in for that, to just not even play. I'm gonna get into my senior year now. This is where everything shaped everything, right? I did this because I relate a lot to Ben Levine. It's a little different the way everything played out, but there's some similarities. We both didn't drink and everything. We just were the clowns, and we split with our girl same time. I think his girl was a year above him, just like mine was, and they went to college, and you got to stay in high school. And yeah, we get to the start of my senior year, and I want to say, before I say what happens, is I was practically married to this girl, hands down. I would tell the world, I would tell everyone, I would brag about it. I'd be I'm gonna marry this girl, watch. I even made a damn video that I wanted to come back to and watch. She doesn't even know this. I made a damn video and talking about I'm gonna marry her, watch, it's 2021 now, watch. And deleting that video was just, it hurt so much. Like, anyway, I made a damn video. I was that stubborn about how much I was going to marry this girl. I was that demoted that, she was my dream, to have a family with her, like, to get out of high school and just start a family. And I didn't care what I did. As long as I was with her, and started my senior year, she breaks up with me. And, yeah. And it's not even about her just breaking up with me. It's the fact of what she did after. I did go crazy after. I did. And I remember the night, and I remember, I wasn't throwing shit or anything, but I was on my knees. I was crying. I was being like, please don't go. I don't want to talk about it. But, it was about after that fact. And I'll say this, that what's up, guys? I just want to come on here and say little things that I think I kind of missed. I did get really emotional right here. You can see where I cut it. It was just really touching. It was a really, I was up there where I do my runs and stuff, and it was really touching. And I got a little emotional talking about, my ex and stuff. And I just wanted to say one thing that I didn't really put in because I just couldn't really talk about it. It was about what she did after. I didn't really discuss it. It wasn't about breaking up with me. It's about what she did after, where when I said I was crazy and stuff like that, that mean I would call her and text her and call her. I needed to talk to her, right? I needed closure, right? She just kind of broke up with me off the bat. I didn't really know what was happening, right? I basically would call her and stuff, and she'd have guys pick up the phone, right? And I'm not gonna, I just think about it, it just hurts. And she'd post photos, knowing that I could see them, with a room of 5 guys. And I know she was sleeping with some of the, it hurt. And this was literally a week into the breakup. I swear to God, within the week. And I couldn't go to school, which I'm going to get to, is because I was so embarrassed because she was trying to get with my friends and stuff and people around me and stuff. And again, you can see I'm not getting emotional here. I'm trying to just clear it up for the video. But and sorry about the wind too. Sorry about the wind. I can't do it. I tried my best. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. Back to the video. Heartbreak is the most pain that you're going to go through. 100%. I've broken bones, my collarbone. It's not even close. It's not even close. It is the worst pain that you will ever go through. I missed 60 plus days at the start of school. And I was a good student, right? I had, my junior year, I had 1 C, high B's and a couple A's. And I want to say this right now, that when you're in that darkness, don't worry about anything else going on. Just worry about yourself. Get through it day by day. Just day by day. Time is it. You have to just go through the pain. It's going to get harder and harder the days. But if you let time just go minute by minute, every single second, every single hour, every single day, every single month, it'll go by. And once it keeps going by, the more time, it's the more you're going to heal. I promise you. That's the only thing I can say to you. You just got to keep fighting. I was at the lowest of my lows. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. I couldn't think. I couldn't go to school. I was so embarrassed because I had said all this shit that I was gonna do this, that I was gonna marry her, we were gonna be together forever, and all this, and I put so much trust in that person. You know, I've struggled with social anxiety, depression, and insomnia. Being able to sleep and just dreaming, daydreaming, and staying up. But when I had to call suicide hotlines, when I tell you I would have to call suicide hotlines just to talk to people other than my family, I mean, it was the lowest of lows that I've ever been. And no one knows this. No one knows this. Nobody also knows that when I didn't play my junior year, I would go in the car and just cry. I would just bawl my eyes out. My close friends didn't know that. My teammates didn't know that. No one knew that. But after those games, when I didn't play and I didn't, I know I'm not gaining his respect. I know I'm not. I can't do much about it. He just doesn't want me to play. My dad would just be like, we'd get in the car, and he'd just be like, let it out. Just let it out. And I would just cry because I knew that whatever I did, how much work I'm putting in, my coach doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't give a fuck. My teammates don't give a fuck. The school doesn't give a fuck. But I wanted to prove them wrong so bad that I stayed. When I could have transferred, my dad was telling me to transfer, maybe I should have, right? But I stuck it through because I believed in my team, and I cared. I wanted to win there. I wanted to play for that school, at my high school. I've stayed silent about all this, and it just seems really weird to talk about this right now. And I know it's corny. I know it's corny of me to do this and all this, but I just think it really needs to be let out and talked about. And I want people to hopefully relate. That's the biggest thing of why I'm doing this. Biggest thing. I ended up halfway through the season, I left the team. I didn't show up one game, and I told my coach, I said I quit. I quit. I handed my jersey in, and everyone's gonna say that I was a quitter. I quit on my team. I didn't care. I didn't give a shit. The reason why I got upset that I wasn't playing and I wasn't doing all this and everything is because I cared the most about that team. And when I had to leave that team, it broke me. Because I wasn't just leaving that team, I was also leaving basketball. I was leaving all that work I put in. And it wasn't even that. It was the fact that they went on to win it. But before I left, my coach said to them exactly what I was trying to say, what I was trying to get the team to do. And then they ended up going to win it because of that. That's what broke me the most. He couldn't have gave any credit to me whatsoever. He couldn't give any credit to me or my dad. We knew what the team needed. It needed, I'll say it doesn't matter. It needed ball movement. It needed unselfishness. And that's exactly what they did after I left. After I was sane and he even said I was the best at doing it. And I still didn't play. And that's what the team needed. He even said I did the best at it. I moved the ball the best. And for him I should have quit then. I should have. For him to say that to me and all the guys in a meeting and be like, saying everything that I've been trying to put out in the court and all I've been saying it, right? It was the biggest disrespect. I should have just walked out then. And to top it all off, he puts a comment about, I think I ripped my sleeve off because, Curry did it in a game. He was doing a one sleeve thing, one long sleeve, and he gives me some shit about doing it. And it says it's ghetto or whatever. And I'm like, I should have just left right then. I really should have. But I don't want them to say I didn't care and I quit because I didn't give a shit. I gave a shit the most. It broke me when I had to leave. It broke me. Because I had to leave basketball. I had to leave all that work. I cried my ass off when I quit that team. It hurt like hell to have to let that go. But end of the day, it's just high school basketball. We're not going anywhere, right? We're not going pro. None of those guys that played over me, they're not going pro. None of it. What matters is this. As this is my dream, and I've finally found where I need to be. It doesn't matter. None of those guys are going pro. And that's what I ultimately learned through it. I learned that I was prioritizing playing for this high school. But it doesn't matter if I played or not. Who gives a fuck? Right? I'm very lonely at these times. But it's not a bad thing being lonely in certain times in your life, because it's where you can really love yourself. And I say this because I don't drink and smoke or anything, and I stick by this, and not just this, but Balin's, he's made it popular. He made it poppin', and I've been doing it though. I've been not about that and stuff. And a thing he also says is that, stop jerking off. It's embarrassing to talk about, but it's a thing. It really is. And I've been strong 30 days now, not doing it, and I've never felt better. Mentally, it messes up your mental, messes up your aura, how you talk to people. 100% messes you up. I'm gonna wrap this up. After all that, I joined Ultimate Frisbee, and I finally, right where my senior spring, I finally knew I could leave that friend group and leave all those guys. And I would go to parties, but I wouldn't do anything. And I hated all those people there. Generally, I hated all those people there. I thought they were just complete dickheads, just bullies. And my close friend group, I've tried to have peace with them or whatever, or be cool with them and forgive them. But that friend group, I don't think I could forgive all the shit that they put me through. Trying to make me break up with my girlfriend and stuff and everything. I just don't know if I could ever forgive them. I want to say that when my spring hit, my Frisbee team, those guys don't know it, but they helped me so much. They have no idea I was going through all this. That's what's so cool about it. No one does, right? But I want those guys to know that if they ever see this, that team helped me so much, because they probably thought I was still friends with those guys. But for 2 years, about 3 years in that school, I was waiting for the day I could just be not friends with them. Because I didn't do it is because I knew they would come at my neck for 2 years at that school. Granted, also, I couldn't leave that school because I was with my girl, goes to that school, and then also my mom, she doesn't want to give me up. and have me go with my dad and, go to school somewhere else. I had to stay there. As bad as it was there, as bad as the people were there, I had to stay. And that's why I just faked it. I faked it until the day I knew I could let go and finally, like, be Piercy, be myself, and it's so cool because that's when I met Blake, my brother from another mother. He's my cameraman, my day one cameraman, who films, pretty much everything, and I can't wait because we're gonna start traveling hopefully and making more banger videos, and I love him so much. He doesn't know it, and I'm so close to his family, and I think I've talked about it a little bit, but they don't know how much they helped me, or he helped me mentally going to school. Like I would wait until I had physics class, right? And I'd wait till I had, economics, because I had classes with him, and that's where I met him, and we would just talk about anime and all this shit. Like, I could finally be myself at that school with him. He doesn't know that, but he helped me so much to survive in that school, right? Especially when I just left, all those people. And I said my truth too. I said to them, you guys are all complete bullies. I hate everything on one of you. You guys smoke, you guys drink, you guys party. I don't give a fuck about it. And to be honest, I only went to the parties because I was just so lonely. And I still am lonely. It's something a lot of men deal with, and I do YouTube right now because I feel like it does cure it. And I want to just say that I'm here for college for a year, but I didn't know I was going to meet, Jason and Carter. And to have them on the team now, I put on my story, to have them on the team now, and hopefully one day, Blake, we can all meet up and do a video, and that would be so cool. To have them on the team, with me and Blake, because it was just the two of us, right? To have them on it, like, I can't wait. And I know we're just going to do big things, and it's going to be awesome. Like, I'm so excited about that. It's so pretty here, man. Anyway, I want to wrap this up. I know it's corny, I know it's cringy. I promise I just needed to make this one video. I'm not doing anything of this anymore. It's going to be pranks, fun times, good times. Like, oh, man, bro. I feel weird even having I did this, and I don't know, man. We're over. We're done with it. I want to make the positive videos. I want to make the funny videos. Like, I don't want to make this type of stuff, but I'm just going to keep this here because I want this to when I look back, and just if anyone can relate to my story, and want to watch me because of that, and want to talk about it. Like, that's what I want to do. I want to help people and make people laugh. That's the biggest thing, and that's why I'm making this, just because of that fact. So, hope you guys enjoy. We got banger videos coming. I swear to God, me and Carter, and Jason, we're cooking up right now. We're thinking of videos to do here. It's kind of hard when you're in the middle of nowhere, right? But we're gonna try to make it, kind of do some road trips, get to some places, and make some banger content. I'm excited. These boys are devoted, and we're gonna kill it. I swear to God, we're gonna kill it. All right. Anyway, peace out.